Hey, it's Buck once again in the car. I'm doing videos from the cars, my car series. Pretend I'm like the Lincoln Lawyer or something like that. Okay, I'm not. So, hey, could I add light to my face from this book? I got some notes here. I want to, there's a quick video, a very quick video on how to know if your mix is any good. Now, if you've been mixing for a while, you'll know, but if you're new to the game, you might want to go, how do I know if my mix is really good? Because they're not all going to be great. You know, some are going to be amazing, some are going to be muddy, and there's a lot of times you can't do anything about it. But here it is. How to know, 6 steps to know if your mix is good. Number 1, is the talent comfortable on stage? If your talent is comfortable on stage, that means they're more likely to have a better mix because they're not struggling to hear themselves. I know that from being a performer too. I like to be comfortable on stage. So, number 2, is it too loud or too quiet? Are people doing this, or does it seem like everybody's comfortable? I would use an SPL meter and I'd measure around 100 dB A weighted and just under 110 dB C weighted, something like that, and that's probably pretty good. If you got a really long room, you might consider putting delay speakers, and I have a whole video on that, how to calculate delay times of speakers and how to set them up, or one way of setting them up anyway. It's pretty easy. So is it too loud or too quiet? Number 3, is it muddy or is it clear? You would know this. Just take your favorite reference track, like on a CD or MP3 or whatever, put it through the sound system without anybody in the room, and then judge if it sounds muddy or clear. Is your mix going to sound muddy or clear? If the stage volume is too loud, you're probably going to get a more muddy sound because of all the diffraction of low frequencies and low mids bending around the cabinets and then bleeding into the front of house mix. High frequencies are not such a problem in that case, but low and low mids are a problem. So if you have your stage volume down a bit, you're going to get a more clear sound. Okay, so is it muddy or clear? Number 4, is it balanced or unbalanced? Does one instrument seem way too loud compared to the other instruments? Is the bass drum way too loud or too quiet? Is the snare way too loud or too quiet? Guitars, vocals, etc. Is it a nice mix of a balance where it's like it sounds as close to a recording as possible, like a professional studio recording as possible? So that's normally what I try to go for. Is it shrill or warm? Is it really tinny sounding shrill, or is it warm sounding? You don't want it too warm sounding, because then what I mean is get away from the muddiness. It's not about muddiness. You want it nice and warm, meaning not offensive to the ear. Shrill is offensive to the ear. Warm is not offensive to the ear. Now, it doesn't have to be perfectly warm, but that's a consideration. Do you find it shrill or warm? Number 6, is the audience reacting positively? Are they just dancing or moving about, not looking back at the soundboard, not putting their fingers in their ears? That's a good indication if the audience is comfortable. What I do, if I mix 25, 30 feet away in a club situation, toward the back of the room, and they're up at the front of the room, I leave my post, I go up, and I stand where they're standing to see if it still sounds good for the audience up front compared to the audience at the back. Again, if it's not clear enough at the back, you might consider getting delayed speakers at the back in that situation. Let's go over them again. Is the talent comfortable on stage? Is the mix too loud or quiet? Is the mix muddy or clear? Does the sound balanced or unbalanced? Is it shrill or is it warm? And is the audience reaction good or is the audience reaction bad? Anyway, those are 6 steps to find out if your mix is any good. I hope this helps. Cheers, subscribe, look forward to making more videos. Have a great day.